and our second fastest qualifier. And this is his 9th front row start for 2013. A very impressive qualifier and very impressive season all around for Kurt Busch, driver number 78, Furniture Row, Wonder Bread Chevrolet for Furniture Row Racing. And Kurt, congratulations on another strong qualifying effort. And what are your thoughts and hopes for Sunday, this season finale race for the number 78 car?
Well, thank you. It was a great lap that the car stuck really well and gave me the confidence to get aggressive with the throttle pedal and to be able to sweep through turn 2 on the high side. This track, we only race here once a year, and you don't know if you want to run low, middle, or high for qualifying, because in practice the track is much warmer, and it's 2 and 3 in the afternoon, and then when we qualify here at night, it's a different game. And so there's a lot of guessing going into it, and I think the pole sitter ran the bottom on both ends, and outside pole ran the high groove. So it shows you the options are available. You just have to be in sync with your team. The driver has to commit to that line, and you have to make the right adjustments, as well as what is a new game this year in qualifying is guess the pace that your car is going to run and then make your adjustments around that pace. And I always joke around and with a lap time that I think we're going to run, and I was lipping off and I said, we're going to run a 30-40, which was 0.3 quicker than what we did in practice. And ultimately, we're here outside pole with a lap of a 30.43, and the pole was a 30.39. So it's an amazing game on how the engineering group and the simulations have changed our sport, and you have to be on top of that to have success. And so our Furniture Row guys have done that. I'll open it up to questions, but I do have a quick story on it's an amazing feeling to know that we were doing something wrong all through the chase, and we came back here to re-baseline where we were the 1st of September, and now we're outside pole again. It's funny. We went the wrong way in the chase with some of our numbers, and we hurt ourselves a little bit. So we're all looking at each other like, what could have been? So we'll see. We'll have to back up our performance today with the run on Sunday, and if we come home with a good run, it shows exactly what we did wrong all through the chase. And so it's bittersweet, but ultimately this has been a very successful season and something to be very proud of.
Questions for Kurt Busch? If you have one, raise your hand. We'll start right here with Dwight. If you could raise your hand, Dwight, we'll get you the wireless mic. Go ahead, please.
Dwight from racetake.com. Kurt, as far as there's been a lot of talk about, and you mentioned it, the difficulty of that chase, and also is your second championship, is that more difficult, you think, than the first?
Well, the chase every year, it gets more difficult, it seems like, because you have to perform with an average finish that is in the single digits. The single digits get lower and lower every year. I mean, Jimmy Johnson has a 4.7 right now. That's just unheard of. But that's what it takes to be competitive to win the title right now. And yes, the second one is, it seems like for me, it's definitely been tougher. That first one I may have taken for granted. And I thought at Penske Racing we'd be able to piece the things together to do it. And we came up short time and time again. But this year, right now, it's been a very satisfying year. We made the chase as a single-car team, and that's a big accomplishment. It's not a championship, but at the end of the day, when I'm sitting on the rocking chair, I'll go, this 2013 campaign was a huge success.
Over here to Tom, and then we'll go to David Caravello. Right here to Tom.
Hi, Kurt. Tom Jensen, FoxSports.com. Just following up on that a little bit, can you reflect on your emotions coming off a great season and knowing you're going to be going into another good situation next year?
No, the way that the numbers added up this year, I guess the first point I want to make is that we had so many top fives this year. It was more than any other year I ever accumulated at Penske Racing, and if I get one more top five on Sunday night, it ties my career best for top fives. I don't know what that means. I mean, if I had $1, I'd still get a big gulp at 7-Eleven. If I didn't have that $1, I wouldn't get a big gulp. But the way the team has been so competitive week in and week out at all the different size tracks, it's been an amazing feeling to do it out of a little shop in Colorado and to go up against these big dogs. The team was ready. I was ready for it. The season didn't start the way we wanted to. I think we were as far back as 29th in points. But then our turnaround was at Darlington when we sat on the pole. And from there, I mean, what's the date on Darlington? Middle of April. It's been a good run. And so very satisfied with it. And I couldn't have asked for anything more.
Go to David Caravello. Go ahead, David.
David Caravello, NASCAR.com. Kurt, you talked about your numbers being off in the chase. I mean, were you guys looking at each other flummoxed, wondering what happened to your cars? And how long did it take you guys to get to the point where, like, all right, we've got to go somewhere and try to figure out what's going on here?
We had it staring us straight in the face at Kansas. I'll keep the story short. I wrecked my primary car in practice. We were waffling around about 21st in practice on the chart. We brought our backup out. Immediately, we were 18th, which was a fuzz better than that car. But then the car raced its way to the front, and we finished second. We weren't going to finish second with that primary car. Well, the backup car didn't have certain things updated on it, and it stared us straight in the face. And then we still trudged through Charlotte and Texas. We realized we made a mistake at Dover, even Atlanta. So it shows the mile and a halfs we did the wrong thing on. And how many mile and a halfs are in the chase. So it's good. It makes it to where I feel like the team is in a better place, and Truex will benefit from that. And then I have to learn from that mistake so that I can keep the Stewart-Haas group from steering down that road.